Hey friends, so in this video we're gonna see how we can join collections in Java. So collection is mainly the collection framework that provides the way to store the data. So mainly the data structures like list, array list, set, stack, queue, and so on. Here we're gonna see that how we can basically join two or more list. As you can see that on line number 12 and 13 we have the list 1 and list 2. List 1 has 4 elements and list 2 has another 4 elements. So what we're going to do in this video is that we're going to see different approaches to merge or join these two lists. So let's start with the first approach. It's option 1. So let's go to that option. This option is a little bit of brute force approach where we are creating a merge list. And this merge list is basically kind of like a buffer where we're gonna traverse each individual list, and then we're gonna add each element to this to the merge list. So as you can see that we are taking the minimum of the list 1 and list 2. The reason we are taking minimum because we want to add the list that get consumed first, and then our loop gets terminated, and whichever is the largest list, we kind of read from that list for the remaining elements, and we add that to a merge list. So if the list 1 is greater than list 2, then the list 1 still has some elements remaining after the first for loop, and then we are adding those elements to the merge list. Otherwise we are adding the elements from list 2, and we return the merge list as an output. This method is pretty lengthy, and we can definitely shorten this method, and we have built-in functions in Java that we can use to merge two lists. So let's see another method how we can merge two lists or join two lists. So in this approach, what we are doing is that we are creating a merge list as a result list, and we're adding the list 1 using this function called add all. So add all is basically what you're going to do, that it allow us to dump all the list element, and it's going to add all the elements to the merge list. Similarly, we can add the list 2, and that is going to be added to the merge list as well. So it's kind of taking entire list and dumping to the result list, and it's going to return the merge list. So this is pretty neat, and one of the method that I have seen people using a lot in the production. Then we can see another option. This one is option 1. I call it underscore because it's a little bit just in different version of the option 1. So in this method, what we are doing is that we still have this result merge list, but when we initialize it, we initialize with list 1. By doing that, we don't create an empty list, but we create the list with the first list value, and then we use the add all method to add the list 2, and by doing that we have this merge list with us, and we return it as output. So that's the option 1, and it's a different version of it. And let's move forward and see other options. So let's move to the option 2. In this option, again, like we have, I have commented out this code. So let me uncomment this, and let's go through this one first. So in this method, what we are doing is that we are utilizing this another method of list, another method called list of. I believe this method was introduced in Java 9. So in this method, we have we are taking the two lists, list 1 and list 2. Basically, we can add the n number of list into this list of method. So now when we add this list 1 and list 2 and we stream it, basically it returns the list of list. So if I see if I can show the type, so IntelliJ is very handy. So here we see that the list of method returns us the list of list, right? So it is having the nested structure here, and once we have the stream operator, it's kind of provide us the stream API on top of list. But we cannot return this as it is, because if we do that, the result will be a list of list, which is not that something that we want, right? We want to flat it. So that's why we want to use a flat map operation. So flat map operation, basically what it does is that if you have this, let's say 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6. So if you apply flat map, the result will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically getting rid of this nested structure. So that's why we need to apply the flat map. And once we apply the flat map, we can convert it to the list method, and we can return it as output. Similar to list off, we can also use stream off. So stream API also provide this off method where we can pass the list, and it will directly give us the stream instead of first getting the list getting the list of list and then creating to a stream like we were doing previously. Here what we are doing is that we are just getting the stream directly and then flat map and then to list. So this is the another option that we can use to merge to list. Let's see the little modification on option 2. So now we are seeing the another option on the stream API. So stream provides the concat method. So in this concat method, basically, if we have like a 2 or more streams, we can concatenate and create a final stream. So we are getting the list1.stream and list2.stream. Then we use this concat operation and then we merge them and create the final stream and then convert it to the list. So that's again one of the handy approach to create a merged list or a joined list. The another modification we can see here is that we instead of doing this dot collect and collector to list, we directly use toList method. toList method I believe is added in Java 16, but before that we had to do this dot collect and collector to list. So toList is kind of a handy method that is introduced on top of the streams API, where we can just directly do the toList method and then get the output instead of writing the lengthier version where we need to collect to some collection. So that's a little bit that's a small modification on the option 2. And the another option that we have is option 3. Here what we are doing is that we are using this array as a list method. So I think you are if you have developed in Java, you might have used this method a lot. So array as a list also takes one or more list as a parameter, but the thing is that this also returns the list of list. So if I just show you, I think okay, it does not show me the type information here like it did before, but anyway, so it's the same as the list of list that we saw before. So it's going to return us the list of integer. So basically we have to then do the flat map, but before doing that we need to convert it to stream so that we can apply a flat map and flatten the entire stream and then convert it to the output list that we want. So far we have seen the options where we have two lists and we are kind of joining them, either converting them to a stream or utilizing the stream API directly, and so on. But how about like when we have like more than two lists, right? Let's say we don't know how many lists will be passed to us, but we still need to merge them. How we can do it? So one of the best way to write this is as take this list as vararg, as we can see here. So we are having this varargs here. Basically multiple lists passed to us. We convert that to a stream and then finally collect to a merged nested list. The problem here is that this is the list, this is again the flat, it returns the flat map, and that's why the data type that it returns is list of integer. And once we have this, we can flatten it as we did before and get the final result. So this is the one of the way, or we can basically merge these two operations in a single operation and get rid of initializing the variable and so on with this shorter version where we convert the var arg using array.stream, and it returns the list of lists. Then we do the flat map on top of it, and then collect it to the final collect it to a list. Or we can also shorten this by just saying to list, since now my JDK is 17, so I can use the to list method directly. So yeah, these are the options we have on basically in Java to merge list. So let's run them and see what output we get. We are expecting that the two elements from the list of elements from list 1 and list 2 should get merged, and we get the output. So this is the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 4 8 7 6 5 1 2 3 4 8 7 6 5. Oh yeah, looks good. I believe the first one would be they will be different order than the others because we are kind of merging them together, as we can see here. So that's why the order anyway doesn't matter here. We just wanted to merge two elements, which is doing. So I think it has pretty much covered it. One, two, three, 4 5 6. So I think one of the output is missing. So let me see which one is missing. You cannot see any output here. So let me see why it's happening. Okay, yeah, we have not printed it. That's why. But yeah, if I run it, I'll get the output again. So that's what I wanted to discuss in this video. Let me know if you have any question or feedback, and thank you so much for your time. See you in the next one.